Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. You are watching MasterJii Network. Today we are going to discuss another interesting topic with you, that is file extensions. In this video we will learn the image file extensions. So before moving towards the topic, I request my new viewers kindly subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that they can get my new uploaded videos easily. Now moving towards the topic, image file extension. The first thing we will discuss in this lesson will be vector versus raster image files. Raster image files. Raster images are constructed by a series of pixels or individual blocks to form an image. JPEG, GIF, and PNG are all raster image extensions. Every photo you find online or in print is a raster image. Pixels have a defined proportion based on the resolution, high or low. And when the pixels are stretched to fill space they were not originally intended to fit, they become distorted, resulting in blurry and unclear image. In order to retain pixel quality, you cannot resize raster images without compromising the resolution. As a result, it is important to remember to save raster file at the exact dimension needed for the application. The second one is vector image files. Vector images are far more flexible. They are constructed using proportional formulas rather than pixels. EPS, AI, and PDF are perfect for creating graphics that require frequent resizing. Your logo and brand graphics should have been created as a vector, and you should always have a master file on hand. The real beauty of vector lies in the ability to be sized as small as postage stamp or large enough to fit on an 18-wheeler. If you are not sure whether you have a vector version of your logo, here's a little trick for you. Call the company that printed your business card or the vendor that embroidered your logo on a shirt. Often, they will have a vector file of your logo that they can send to you for your records. Now, we will discuss high resolution versus low resolution. Have you heard your designer talk about DPI or PPI? Actually, DPI stands for dots per inch and PPI translates to pixels per inch. These units of measure are essential for determining if the density of pixels in an image is appropriate for the application you are using. The biggest thing to note when determining what DPI or PPI you require is if you are using an image for a print or web. Websites display image at 72 DPI, which is low resolution. However, images at this resolution look really crisp on the web. This is not the case for print. Best practices for printing an image will require it to be no less than 300 dpi. Don't try to trick the system. A lot of magic can happen in Photoshop, but creating pixels out of a thin air isn't one of them. Pulling an image off the web and trying to get it to fit the dimensions of your print project just won't work. You will end up with a pixelated image that appears stretched and distorted. Now we will discuss the type of image files. First is JPEG or JPG. That stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group. JPEGs might be the most common file type you run across on the web, and more than likely the kind of image that is in your company's MS Word version of its letterhead. JPEGs are known for their loosely compression, meaning that the quality of the image decreases as the file size decreases. You can use JPEGs for projects on the web, in Microsoft Office document, or for office projects, or for projects that require printing at a high resolution. Paying attention to the resolution and the file size with JPEGs is essential in order to produce a nice looking project. Friends, here a question arises: what is the difference between JPG and JPEG. There is no difference between the JPG and JPEG file name extensions. Regardless of how you name your file, it is still the same format and will behave the same way. The only reason that the two extensions exist for the same format is because JPEG was shortened to JPG to accommodate the 3-character limit in early version of Windows. While there is no such requirement today, JPG remains the standard and default on many image software programs. The second one is PNG, Portable Network Graphics. PNGs are amazing for interactive documents such as web pages, but are not suitable for print. While PNGs are lossless, meaning you can edit them and not lose quality, they are still low resolution. The reason PNGs are used in most web projects is that you can save your image with more colors on a transparent background. This makes for a much sharper web quality image. The third one is GIF, Graphics Interchange Format. GIFs are the most common in their animated form, which are all the rage on Tumblr pages and in banner ads. It seems like every day we see pop culture GIF preferences from Giphy in the comments of social media posts. In their more basic form, GIFs are from up to 256 colors in the RGB color space. Due to the limited number of colors, the file size is drastically reduced. This is common file type for web projects where an image needs to load very quickly, as opposed to one that needs to retain a higher level of quality. The fourth one is TIFF, Tagged Image File. A TIFF is a large raster file that doesn't lose quality. This file type is known for using lossless compression, meaning the original image data is maintained regardless of how often you might copy, resave, or compress the original file. Despite TIFF images' abilities to recover the quality after manipulation, you should avoid using this file type on the web. Since it can take forever to load, it will severely impact website performance. TIFF files are also commonly used when saving photographs for print. The fifth one is PSD, Photoshop Document. PSDs are files that are created and saved in Adobe Photoshop, the most popular graphics editing software ever. This type of file contains layers that make modifying the image much easier to handle. This is also the program that generates the raster file types discussed previously. The largest disadvantage to PSDs is that Photoshop works with raster image as opposed to vector images. The sixth one is PDF, Portable Document Format. PDFs were invented by Adobe with the goal of capturing and reviewing rich information from any application on any computer, with anyone, anywhere. I would say they have been pretty successful so far. If a designer saves your vector logo in PDF format, you can view it without any design editing software, as long as you have downloaded the free Acrobat Reader software. And they have the ability to use this file to make further manipulations. This is by far the best universal tool for sharing graphics. The seventh one is EPS, Encapsulated PostScript. EPS is a file in vector format that has been designed to produce high-resolution graphics for print. Almost any kind of design software can create an EPS. The EPS extension is more of a universal file type, much like the PDF, and that can use to open vector-based artwork in any design editor, not just the most common Adobe products. This safeguards file transfer to designers that are not yet utilizing Adobe products, but may be using CorelDRAW Crack. The eighth one is AI, Adobe Illustrator document. AI is by far the image format most preferred by designers and the most reliable type or file format for using image in all types of projects from web to print. Adobe Illustrator is the industry standard for creating artwork from scratch and therefore more than likely the program in which your logo was originally rendered. Illustrator produces vector artwork, the easiest type of file to manipulate. It can also create all of the aforementioned file types. Pretty cool stuff. It is by far the best tool in any designer's arsenal. The ninth one is INDD, Adobe InDesign document. INDDs InDesign document are files that are curated and saved in Adobe InDesign. InDesign is commonly used to create larger publications such as newspapers, magazines, and ebooks. Files from both Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator can be combined in InDesign to produce content-rich designs that feature advanced typography, embedded graphics, page content, formatting information, and other sophisticated layout-related options. The last image file extension which we are going to discuss is raw image formats. A raw image is the least processed image type on this list. It's often the first format a picture inherits when it's created. When you snap a photo with your camera, it's saved immediately in a raw file format. Only when you upload your media to a new device and edit it using image software is it saved using one of the image extensions discussed previously. Raw images are valuable because they capture every element of photo without processing and losing small visual details. Eventually, however, you will want to package them into a raster or vector file types so they can be transferred and resized for various purposes. There are the four types of raw files: CR2, CRW, NEF, PEF. First, CR2. This file extension stands for Canon RAW 2 and was created by Canon for photo taking using its own digital cameras. They are actually based on the TIFF file type, making them inherently high in quality. The second one is CRW. This image extension was also created by Canon, preceding the existence of the CR2. The third one is NEF. This image extension stands for Nikon Electric Format and is a raw file type created by Nikon cameras. These image files actually allow for extensive editing without changing file types, providing the editing take place using a Nikon device or Nikon Photoshop plugin. The fourth one is PEF. This image extension stands for Pentask Electronic Format, a raw image file type created by Pentask digital cameras. Working with images is a lot more complicated than you would think at first glance. Hopefully, this lecture has provided a better understanding of the standard file types of image. If you have any query or you want to give us any suggestion, you can comment us. Inshallah, we will meet you in the next lecture. That's for all. Khuda Hafiz.